when it came to the Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels side. So that would have been something.
One of a Kind with Rob Van Dam is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Let's take a look here. More super chats. I'll get to Frankie's here. He's got a good one. Thank you, Frankie, for the $5. Would you rather have wrestled Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart in 1997? And then he said, can you give me a little info on your training partners under the Sheik other than Sabu and Dango? So he asks Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart in 1997. So that's right in the thick when you, quote unquote, invaded with WWE and everything like that. So
Right. I would have rather have had the match with Bret. Bret, I was a little bit more on Bret's side when it came to the Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels side. So that would have been something. And I still am good friends with Bret. I like the guy a lot. I have a lot of respect for him. What was the other thing?
Other question was, can you give him a little info on your training partners, your Sheik, other than Sabu and Dango?
Yeah, so Tom Bennett was the guy that brought me to the Sheiks, introduced me, and then I got myself set up as far as being a student with him. Tom Bennett was a power lifter, still is. He's over 300 pounds, like really, really big dude. And he had been wrestling like around Canada a little bit here and there and training with the Sheik. And I met him when I was bagging groceries and started talking to him because he was so big. And then that ended up with me going to the Sheiks. We had another guy there that was a big guy, Judge Dredd is what he wrestled under. His name was George. Super nice dude. Him and Tom would often have to do things together because they were both over 300 pounds. And Judge, I think he's like 6'7" or something. Really big, tall, giant kind of a dude. And then there was Dango. And Dango was much like me. We did a very similar style, but always tried to outdo each other. We were very competitive and didn't copy each other. Like if I had the split-legged moonsault and he wishes he would have come up with it, he'd come up with a different version of a split-legged move, and that would be his. And so really there was just the four of us with Sabu. That's as big as the class got. We weren't always all four there. Maybe half the time all four of us would be there. Sometimes it would be just me. Sometimes it could be me and Dango and Sabu. Could be any combination, really. But a lot of times I remember I went by myself with Sabu, especially when Sheik was gone. And I didn't know at the time why, but that's when we moved the ring from Sheik's backyard to Sabu's backyard and continued the training. That was a lot of my memories was in Sabu's backyard and us pushing the envelope, trying to get higher and higher and higher off the top rope, trying to not protect ourselves with moves that needed to look unprotected to get over. Just the four of us, and once in a while someone else would float in, like Joe Bruce from ICP. Sometimes he would come in for like a day, and then we wouldn't see him again for months, and then he might pop up again. Could be at either of those places, or it could be at a ring of mine in Battle Creek. Even Al Snow came with him, I think, one time. And there was always guys like that would come up just once in a while. What was that other dude's name? There was a promoter named Malcolm Monroe, and Joe Bruce came from his camp, as did what was that guy's name? Blanking on this other wrestler's name that would come like work out like once every 3 months or something with us, and the rest of the time he would be with Malcolm Monroe School. So it wasn't like a class, like a school. It was very much more like privatized training. Usually there was 2 or 3 of us in the ring at a time. So there's only room for one guy to be the ref and 2 guys to wrestle when it's like that. And that's about it. There was, like I said, a couple other guys that would come and they would either show up once and then never show up again, or maybe, several months later, I might see somebody again. But everybody was always welcome because we were trying to learn.
So when the Sheik was pretty much done training you guys, your class, and helping out with Sabu and everything like that, did he continue to train wrestlers after you guys were done, or was he basically finished after that?
Yeah, no, he didn't continue to train, and it wasn't like we ever reached a graduation day or anything like that. Mm-hmm. We just got too busy,
Right.
So Sheik, his health went down south, and then especially after he had the fire match with Sabu in Japan, he was hospitalized for quite some time. I think something intestinal, some kind of bacteria or infection in his stomach or something happened after that. And it just so happens to be like my very first actual pro wrestling show, not counting the kickboxing shows that I used to wrestle at, because this was like a whole nother level. My first was the Sheik's last promoted show, the last show that he would do under the Big Time Wrestling banner. And at that time when he did that show, he was thinking about maybe throwing something into that again, and maybe getting the Big Time Wrestling going again or whatever. But that's not what happened. That show was cool. And then I did like another dozen. I did about a dozen shows overall, like that first year, maybe one a month, roughly on an average. And usually Sheik was just getting me booked there. Sometimes he was working the shows as well. He didn't run another show, and there was nobody training or learning or working out back at the places. Like the ring was kind of just torn down after that.
Hey, what do you say? I'll tell you what you say. You say perfect. I say Gene. We say perfect jeans. It's fall. Fall is coming around, right? Fall weather brings some good clothes out, especially if you're going through the seasons and stuff like that. You're in an area involved in the seasons. You want to look good, even if it gets a little cooler, a little less hot. And but you still want to look hot. You still want to look good. And there's no better way to do that than with the perfect jeans. Yes. If wearing jeans feels like a job, fall's about to make it a full-time struggle. That's right. Most jeans just can't hang. They fight you going on, cut off circulation the second you win a battle against the button, and it gives you instant swamp ass the second the sun shows up. Look, let me say this too. The pair of jeans I have on right now are not the perfect jeans. And I literally trying to climb on my bike. I'm nearly falling over because they don't have the stretch and the durability and comfort that the perfect jean has. Well, the perfect jean is here to end your denim difficulties with jeans that make getting dressed feel like one of those damn, I look good, I didn't even try moments. They're made with super soft fabric that blend makes you say, holy shit, the second you slide them on, and still stylish enough to idiot-proof your fall wardrobe so you'll always look put together. No fashion sense needed. That's right. They got 4-way dynamic stretch so you can effortlessly leap over puddles or get on your bike and haul ass to catch your 7 a.m. train to work. Lightweight so you won't be baking on the bleachers at your kid's ball game during the hottest time of the day. With reinforced seams and YKK zippers, you'll never have to worry about being caught with your fly down or embarrassing crotch blowouts. That's right. All these other pairs of jeans, crotch blows out, hasn't happened once with my pair of perfect jeans. So you got to do it. You got to do it. It's finally time to stop crushing your balls in uncomfortable jeans by going to theperfectjean.nyc. Our listeners get 15% off their first order, plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges when you use code RVD15 at checkout. That's 15% off for new customers at theperfectjean.nyc with promo code RVD15. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Fuck your khakis. Hey, get the perfect jean. Guys, enter the room dick first. Big Dick Dudley dick first. BlueChew isn't just a tablet, it's a cheat code for your crotch. Stronger, harder, longer lasting, like someone gave your downstairs a pep talk and a gym membership. BlueChew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. Guys, this isn't about performance, this is about legacy, or third legacy. Give our group chat something to talk about. You know, when you lay it down, they're talking about how it gets up. Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little BlueChew. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we got a special deal for our listeners. As always, get your first month of BlueChew free. Free. Just use promo code RVD at checkout and pay $5 for shipping. That's it. Join BlueChew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to BlueChew.com for details and safety info. And big thanks to BlueChew for sponsoring One of a Kind with RVD.